Welcome to Gobster's latest video. Remember that the following is his opinions and may offend you. If you are, no one cares. Now let's get to it.
Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers you, and welcome to another video. Didn't think I'd get a chance to do one today, but I've managed to, well, not managed. I've got to go and pick my youngest daughter up from one of my elder daughters. She's been there all day with the grandkids, so I've got to go and pick her up. And it's also a perfect opportunity for me to test the brakes, which are working lovely now. I had a handbrake problem and discs and pads. That's for those of you who watch the channel regularly, you know it went for its MOT just recently and it failed on the rear pads and discs, so they're now installed. And that was the picture this morning. If you follow me on X, me just saying I won't get a video out today because I'm busy doing this. And me and the father-in-law, after engaging mortal combat with the brake system, have managed to get it to work, and it's all done, which is good. And moreover, for me, not necessarily for you, I've never been really technically minded when it comes to cars and stuff like that. It used to be my dad's thing until he passed away a fair few years ago, and since then I really had to rely on other people because I don't know how to do it myself, because my dad was in the process of teaching me how to do said things when he unfortunately got cancer and passed away, and I only learned like the basics. One of the things I hadn't learned was brakes now, but fortunately my father-in-law is sort of stepped into that role, and we changed the front brakes a while ago, and I watched and studied, and then today doing the rears was my opportunity to do them myself, and I did all right, so I'm quite happy. So some people who aren't happy it's the Labour Party, especially Keir Starmer and most of the front bench, because I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but it's all falling apart. It's all not going very well for him whatsoever. We've all discussed, and most of our channels have discussed the 1 in 1 out, which actually is 1 out 17 in, and what a fantastic deal it is. And this is going to smash the gangs, but I've already explained to you before in the video that they can't smash the gangs because the French and the British government are the gang. Okay, they're the ones, and it's now proved, because this thing will basically make sure that they get what they want, how they want. Now, the French think it's a great idea. Well, of course the French think it's a great idea, because it empties France of immigrants and they stick them here. And old Macron said, oh, we all made a mistake with Brexit. Well, we didn't make a mistake with Brexit. We did Brexit, so this sort of shit wouldn't happen. And unfortunately, we got a spineless jelly pot of a Prime Minister who is allowing it to happen. Oh, and by the way, the other side one, which was everybody seemed to miss, was the fact that he's sort of technically signed our nuclear weapons over to France. If France decides it's going to fire their missiles at somebody, we'll just join in without question. I mean, that isn't potentially a bad idea, but in any case, I digress. So, this wonderful idea that they're all jumping up and down and celebrating, it's not going to work. And not because of the fact that everybody can see what it is, but for the fact that it has to be ratified by the EU. See, the EU have said, well, hold on a minute, something as fundamental as that, you need other people to vote on it because it kind of changes the dynamics of Europe. Which, of course, it does, because you're setting a precedent. Well, if the French could do that to the English, why not the Dutch or the Swedish or whatever? So they're going to put it to a vote, and already I think it's 7 countries, even before they've got to the voting stage, have turned around and said, not having that. So their wonderful idea probably isn't going to get that far. Excuse me. So that kiboshes that plan. Then, of course, we had Jeremy, I Love Terrorists, Corbyn, who's left the party to make his own party. The Sultana has joined him, and I'm sure it won't be long before the rest of the Muslim MPs join him as well, to create a new fracture party, which a lot of people are taking the piss, but I did a video and I said you best not ignore this, this is potentially a very dangerous thing, well, it's all just falling apart all the time. I mean, with the economy, I mean, Rachel Reeves has got to go. Now, back when the Tories were in power, the GDP dropped by 0.1%, very similar to what has happened now. And someone came out and said that it was a failure of the economy, and when they come back off their break, the Conservatives must call for an emergency budget to help fix the economy, because this is dangerous. Those are the words of Rachel Reeves. Now, the economy's dropped by 0.1%, so emergency budget, Rachel? No, I think you'll be finding that you'll be getting your P45. You're going to get kicked out, because Starmer is desperately, oh so desperately trying to fix the collapse, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, you've got Angela Rayner, who's now been booted out of Unite Union. The Unite Union, I mean, they're all there talking about, but for some reason, photo call, they've all got to be there standing wearing Palestine flags, because, yeah, Unite the Union has got so much to do with Palestine. Any case, they've decided that she's no good because she was trying to force the bin workers to go back to work. I mean, the fact that, in reality, all the hoo-ha is for 17 people who might lose a bit of money because they need to reorganise because of, well, Birmingham City Council making a complete screw-up of fair pay. But they've kicked her out for that. And now they're going to reassess their standing with the Labour Party, because the Unite Union are not happy with how Labour are treating workers. That's not what the party's supposed to be for, said one rep. Now, just kicking Angela Rayner out, I mean, some people go, oh, well, you know, she'll be mortified. Well, she won't. Like all of them in the Labour Party, they genuinely couldn't give a flying shit about anything. They don't care about anybody except themselves, and they don't care who they throw under the bus to do that. But what will concern the Labour Party is if the Unite Union decide to completely withdraw their support for Labour, which will require them to completely withdraw all the money they give the Labour Party. Yeah, you see, it's when you suspend somebody, oh well, but when they say, yeah, but we're taking our money with us, yeah, you see, people are going to start paying attention. So these are potential things. So that's happening. Is it John McDonnell, he's Corbyn's friend, he's had a go at Starmer because he's not happy about the way things are running. Slowly but steadily, you know, those of us who commented on the fact that at that time, if Labour, we know Labour were going to get in, but when Labour go in, the only thing that's in our favour is the fact that the Labour Party are more fractured than the Conservatives, and that may be where their biggest weakness is. And guess what? It was where their biggest weakness is. They are literally collapsing, literally falling apart. The pressure's telling, it's been a year. So now you can't blame the Conservatives for stuff, because it's everything that's happening now. I've said this before. Everything that's happening right now is because of the actions of the Labour Party. It's got nothing to do with anyone else anymore. That sort of the person who just left's fault only works for a bit and it's gone. It's finished. It's over. And now the pressure's building up. Now the fractures begin to split asunder. Will there be an election in 2029? I've always said if we get another election. I don't even think we're going to go. I think you'll be lucky if we get to the end of next year before there's an election. Because this Labour Party is imploding massively. And the worse it gets for them in the economy, which it will, and the more things that they thought were going to go one way don't go that way. Looking at you, Bridget Phillipson, with your oh well, you know, VAT on private schools won't do much. It'll only affect 6,000, 8,000 kids. It's 53,000 so far. 67 schools, 67% of private schools have now closed. And of course, the vast majority of those things are the ones, the private schools are the ones that provide the cover for SEND children. So, yeah. I mean, the statement, I want to make education fair for all children, including SEND, well, that includes all children, you nasty piece of work. You're falling apart. The whole thing is collapsing around them. I don't think they'll make the end of next year. They might struggle to make it to the end of this year. Just got to keep the eye on them because the pressure's telling. When I mean, come on, this is the Labour Party who are supposed to represent the workers, and one of the unions has already decided that maybe staying with Labour isn't such a good idea. Excuse me. And if you're losing the unions, things are not going well at all, are they? Any case, I'm done. Ways to support the channel down below, as always. So I shall now hand over to Arnie, my wonderful, wonderful intro man, and say, I'll catch you in the next one, and take it away, Arnie.
Thank you for watching Gabs' latest video. If you enjoyed it, you could like and share. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. Then hit the notification bell. If YouTube doesn't delete it, you can try and let him know what you think in the comments section below. He will be back. Now, get to the chopper.